Victoria suspected Prophet Samuel was a fake prophet and she tried all she could to be sure and expose him to the church. Prophet Samuel Adeyemi was known far and wide. People said he could see visions, call out phone numbers, and reveal secrets of people. Testimonies filled the church every week. Papa saw my problem before I's life spoke. He mentioned my village name. He told me the color of my house. To many, Prophet Samuel was untouchable, a man sent by God. But to one young girl, something didn't feel right. Her name was Victoria. Victoria was just 17 years old, a calm and observant teenager who attended the church with her widowed mother. She sang softly during worship, listened carefully during sermons, and rarely spoke unless necessary. Unlike many youths who came for excitement, Victoria came to learn. Over time, she began to notice small things. Prophet Samuel's prophecies always followed a pattern. He asked many questions before seeing visions. He often sent his assistants ahead of time to prepare people. Victoria brushed it off at first. Maybe I am overthinking, she told herself. But the feeling refused to leave. One Sunday, the prophet called out a woman. "You. The woman in blue. You lost money recently." The woman screamed in shock. But Victoria noticed something troubling. The same woman had shared her problem loudly during a prayer meeting earlier that week, with the prophet's assistant sitting nearby. Victoria's heart beat faster. Then another Sunday, the prophet called out a young man and mentioned his village. Victoria remembered hearing that same village mentioned in the counseling line. Again, she said nothing. Victoria tried to convince herself she was wrong. She fasted and prayed. She read her Bible more deeply. She asked God for clarity. She even approached church elders gently. "Sir, is it possible that a prophet can make mistakes?" she once asked. The elder frowned. "Be careful, young girl. Touch not the anointed." That warning scared her into silence. Another time, she tried observing the prophet closely during service, but the crowd, the shouting, the fear of being judged always distracted her. Every attempt to be sure ended in confusion. Until the fateful day came. One Wednesday, Victoria overheard something she was never meant to hear. She had gone back to the church hall to pick up her forgotten notebook when she heard voices behind a closed door. It was Prophet Samuel and his assistants. "Make sure you write down their prayer request," the prophet said calmly. "Their problems are the key to Sunday service." Victoria's hands trembled. Her heart pounded loudly in her chest. She didn't run. She didn't scream. She listened. That night, she couldn't sleep. But still, she needed proof. On Sunday, Victoria did something bold. She wrote false details on the prayer request form. A fake village. A fake problem. A fake family issue. She submitted it quietly and sat at the back of the church. Her stomach twisted with fear. Halfway through the service, Prophet Samuel stopped suddenly. "There is a young girl here. God is showing me a vision." Victoria froze. "You are from Ajaneku village," he said. "Your father is troubling you from the spirit world." Gasps filled the church. But Victoria stood up, slowly, boldly. "Sir," she said, her voice shaking but clear. "My father is alive. And I have never been to that village. I wrote those details myself." Silence. The prophet's face changed. People began murmuring. The prophet shouted, "Sit down. You are being used by the devil." But Victoria didn't sit. She continued. "I heard you and your assistants discussing prayer requests. I tested it. And you repeated my lies as prophecy." The church erupted. One assistant tried to slip away. Another confessed under pressure. The truth spilled like broken water. Prophet Samuel collapsed on the altar. The man many feared was human. And fake. Aftermath. The church closed for weeks. Some members cried. Some were angry. Some felt betrayed. Victoria faced backlash too. People insulted her. Some said she was disrespectful. But the truth stood firm. Months later, the church reopened under new leadership, quiet, humble, and sincere. Victoria remained calm. She never bragged. When asked why she spoke up, she replied, "I didn't do it to shame a man. I did it so faith would not become fear." Dear viewers, please beware of fake pastors and prophets. Don't believe every vision, and not every prophet are true prophets from God. The book of Matthew 24 verse 24 says, "For there shall arise false Christs, and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." And also Matthew 7 verse 15 says, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." Please like, comment and subscribe for more. Thanks. Yeah.